You know that feeling when you stand up too fast and suddenly the room feels a little unsteady? Or maybe you've caught yourself holding onto furniture just to make it across the room? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, our balance and strength aren't quite what they used to be, and that's okay. But here's the good news. There are simple, gentle exercises you can do right at home to stay strong, steady, and confident on your feet. Falls are one of the biggest concerns for folks over 60, but they don't have to be inevitable. In fact, research shows that just a few minutes of targeted movement each day can make a huge difference in keeping you independent and injury-free. So today, we're going to go over 5 essential exercises that will help you build strength, improve balance, and keep you moving with ease. Now, before we jump in, I want you to remember, this isn't about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. These are simple, safe movements designed specifically for seniors. You can do them in your living room, maybe even while watching your favorite show. And the best part? You'll start feeling the benefits almost right away. So let's begin with the first exercise, heel-to-toe walking. This one is fantastic for improving balance, and it's as easy as it sounds. Find a clear space in your home, maybe a hallway or a long stretch of open floor. Stand tall, take a deep breath, and place one foot directly in front of the other so that the heel of your front foot touches the toes of your back foot. It's almost like you're walking on a tightrope, but don't worry, you can go as slow as you need. If you feel a little wobbly at first, that's completely normal. You can even place a hand on a wall or a sturdy chair for extra support. The key here is control. Take small, deliberate steps, keeping your focus straight ahead. Try doing this for about 10 steps forward, then turn around and do 10 more. This exercise helps train your brain and body to work together, which is crucial for preventing falls. Now let's move on to the second exercise, chair squats. I know what you might be thinking, squats? At my age? But trust me, this is a modified version that's safe, effective, and will help you keep those leg muscles strong. Because here's the truth. Strong legs mean better stability, and better stability means fewer stumbles. Here's how you do it. Stand in front of a sturdy chair, one that won't slide, like a dining chair, with your feet hip-width apart. Slowly lower yourself down almost to the seat, then stand back up. The trick is to use your legs, not your hands. If you need to, you can lightly touch the chair for balance, but try not to plop down. Aim for 5 to 8 repetitions to start. If that feels too easy, you can always add a few more. Now I know some of you might be thinking, what if I can't do a full squat? No problem at all. Even just pretending to sit down, lowering yourself just a few inches, will still strengthen those muscles. The goal is progress, not perfection. So there you have it, 2 simple but powerful exercises to keep you steady and strong. Heel-to-toe walking for balance, and chair squats for leg strength. In the next part, we'll go over 2 more exercises that focus on core stability and flexibility. Because staying upright isn't just about your legs, it's about your whole body working together. But before we move on, I want you to try these 2 exercises today. Even just once. Because the sooner you start, the sooner you'll feel more confident with every step you take. And remember, this isn't about pushing yourself to exhaustion. It's about moving with intention, listening to your body, and giving yourself the gift of strength and independence. So go ahead, give them a try, and when you're ready, we'll move on to the next set of exercises. You're doing great already. Let's keep that momentum going. You've already taken the first step, literally, by working on your balance and leg strength. Now let's talk about something just as important but often overlooked, your core. No, I'm not talking about getting 6-pack abs, unless you want them. More power to you. I'm talking about those deep, supportive muscles in your belly and back that keep you upright, steady, and moving with confidence. Think of your core like the trunk of a tree. If the trunk is strong, the branches, your arms and legs, can move freely without the whole thing toppling over. But if the trunk is weak, a little breeze could knock it right down. That's why today, we're going to focus on 2 exercises that strengthen your core and improve flexibility. because staying nimble is just as important as staying strong. First up, seated knee lifts. Now, this one is perfect if you're not quite comfortable standing for long periods, or if you want a little extra support. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, no slouching, with your feet flat on the floor. Place your hands on the sides of the chair or rest them lightly on your thighs. Now, slowly lift one knee a few inches up, hold for a second, then lower it back down. Switch legs and repeat. Simple, right? But here's why it works. This movement engages your lower belly muscles, which are key for balance. It also helps maintain hip flexibility, which is crucial for walking smoothly and avoiding that stiff, shuffling gait that can lead to trips. Try doing 5 to 8 lifts per leg to start. If that feels too easy, you can add a little challenge by lifting both knees at the same time. Just be sure to keep your back straight and avoid hunching forward. Now let's move on to the second exercise, standing side leg raises. This one is fantastic for strengthening your hips and thighs while also giving your core a nice workout. Stand behind a sturdy chair and hold onto the backrest for support. Keep your posture tall. Imagine a string pulling you up from the top of your head. Now slowly lift one leg out to the side, just a few inches. You don't need to go high, just enough to feel a little tension in your outer thigh. Hold for a second, then lower it back down. The key here is control. We're not kicking or swinging the leg, just lifting and lowering with intention. This movement helps prevent that dreaded, weak hip feeling that can make stairs or uneven sidewalks tricky. Aim for 5 to 8 raises per leg. And if you're feeling steady, you could even try letting go of the chair for a second or two. Just make sure you're near something you can grab if needed. Now I know some of you might be thinking, but what if I can barely lift my leg? That's okay. Even just thinking about the movement and making a tiny shift in weight helps wake up those muscles. Over time, they'll get stronger, and those lifts will get easier. So now we've covered 4 exercises, 2 for balance and legs, and 2 for core and flexibility. You're doing amazing. But we've got one more game-changing move to talk about, one that ties everything together and helps you stay loose, limber, and ready for whatever the day brings. In the next part, we'll wrap up with that final exercise, plus, I'll share a quick tip on how to turn these movements into a simple daily routine that takes less time than brewing your morning coffee. Because the best exercise plan is the one you'll actually do, right? So go ahead and try these 2 new exercises today. Maybe do them right after the first 2, or mix them in while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Every little bit counts. And when you're ready, we'll finish strong with that last essential move. You've made it this far. That's something to be proud of. By now, you've got 4 powerful exercises under your belt, or should I say, under your comfortable elastic waistband. But we're going to finish strong with what might just become your favorite move of all. Because this one doesn't just strengthen your body, it helps you move through the world with more grace and confidence. Let me introduce you to the standing heel raises. Now I know what you're thinking. That sounds too simple to make a difference. But here's the truth. This little movement is a powerhouse for improving balance and leg strength. Think about how often you use this motion in daily life. Getting out of a chair, stepping up a curb, or reaching for something on a high shelf. When your calves are strong, all of these movements become easier and safer. Here's how to do it. Stand behind a sturdy chair or next to a countertop, placing your hands lightly on the surface for support. Keep your feet hip-width apart, and make sure your posture is tall, no slouching. Now slowly lift your heels off the ground, rising up onto your toes. Hold for just a second at the top, you should feel it in your calves, then gently lower back down. Aim for 8 to 10 repetitions to start. Here's a pro tip. As you get stronger, try doing this exercise while only holding on with one hand, then eventually with just a fingertip for balance. And when you're really feeling confident, try it without holding on at all. Just make sure you're near something sturdy in case you need to grab on. This progression is how you'll know your balance is truly improving. Now, let's talk about how to put all 5 exercises together into a simple routine you can do every day. The beauty of this is that you don't need to block out a huge chunk of time. You can spread these movements throughout your day in little pockets of time. Here's how it might look. Start your morning with the heel-to-toe walk while your coffee brews. Just 30 seconds to a minute of careful steps to wake up your balance system. Later, when you sit down for breakfast, do a few seated knee lifts while you wait for your toast to pop up. In the afternoon, when you get up from your favorite chair, take an extra minute to do your chair squats before moving on with your day. Early evening is perfect for standing side leg raises, maybe while you're watching the news. And finally, do your heel raises while you're brushing your teeth at night. Remember, consistency is far more important than intensity. Doing these exercises a little bit every day will give you better results than trying to do a marathon session once a week. And here's some extra motivation. Many of my viewers report feeling a difference in just 2 to 3 weeks. They tell me they can get out of chairs more easily, feel more stable on uneven sidewalks, and even notice they're not holding onto handrails as tightly when going upstairs. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Aging doesn't have to mean declining. Every small movement you do today is an investment in your independence tomorrow. The body is remarkable. It responds to care and attention at any age. Whether you're 60, 70, 80 or beyond, your muscles are waiting and ready to get stronger when you give them the chance. So here's my challenge to you. Try this full routine for just 1 week. Notice how you feel. Pay attention to the little victories. Maybe it's being able to stand up from the couch without pushing off with your hands, or feeling more steady when you turn around in the kitchen. Those moments matter. And when you notice them, I'd love for you to come back and share your success in the comments. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. If you found this helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps more people find this important information. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love to have you join our community of seniors who are proving every day that age is just a number. We've got lots more videos coming your way with practical tips to help you live your strongest, healthiest, most independent life. Remember what I always say. You don't stop moving because you get old. You get old because you stop moving. So let's keep moving together. Here's to your strength, your balance, and your confidence, today and for all the years ahead.